Hello, my name is John Dixon, and I am with Walking Worship Ministries International. This is by no means going to be a professional recording. I'm just doing a spare of the moment type of newsletter, quick, just to kind of let you know what's going on this week, this month actually. Just to give you a heads up, and we've had people ask us, how can we help with what you're doing? And so we want to let you know you can send money right now through PayPal. We are working on other ways of sending money. We are working on our 501c, which is a nonprofit organization status. Our ministry is real small, so we haven't been able to do that. But we are connected with the Honduran Fellowship of Ministries and Ministries here in Honduras, which is a nonprofit organization, as well as a ministry called Battle Cry Ministries in Tulsa, Oklahoma, which is also a nonprofit organization. And right now they're our only support. And so we are connected with nonprofit organizations as well. Right now, our newest, our outreach that we have this month is called the Children's Day Celebration. And here in Honduras, the people celebrate Children's Day as kind of like we do Mother's Day and Father's Day. Only it's a lot more fun. They have children get gifts, and they have piñatas and food and cake and things like that. And so what we normally do is we go to several locations over a 2 or 3 day period when we had more support. But it depends on how much we get. That we can be able to do those kind of things. That's every month, every year, September around 10th or 11th of the month. Right now it's the 6th, and this Friday we're going to be celebrating Children's Day. And I know it's kind of late in the month, but if you guys can help us with anything, we'd really appreciate it, because we changed ministry organizations, and in doing so, we lost almost all of our support. And so we have one ministry helping us, and we are so thankful for all that they do. They are our prayer support, our only financial support, and we are so thankful for everything that they do for us. And it allows us to eat every month, because we right now the only finances that we have are the Social Security disability that I get, and since I have my wife, myself, my mother-in-law, and my father-in-law with us, it gets kind of expensive. So the little bit of Social Security disability that I get is not quite enough. So anyway, so we're thankful for the ministries and the people that send us money every month. And that helps us to have food on the table every month. But we would like to go to get our feeding programs going again. Now we also 3 years ago, I think it was 3 or 4 years ago, we had our friend of my wife's had a feeding program up here in the mountains for the Lenkas Indians, and she for personal reasons had to stop the feeding program, and we asked her if we could continue the ministry, and she said yes. And so we had the feeding program for maybe a year and a half or 2 years or something like that, and we were giving food to 33 kids every morning before they went to school, and we didn't give them the normal rice packages that most of the feeding organizations give. We had fruit, we had vegetables, we had meats, we had everything. And so the kids were getting a well-balanced meal, and they were improving in their health. Unfortunately, the feeding program was in a little building that they were going to be using for their water program, because they didn't have running water over there. And so they built the water tower and have the water filters and everything else going on over there. And the children, when they were putting together, building this water tower and everything else, were having to sit outside in the cold every morning to to eat. And we said, well, that's not going to work for us. So we need to get some land. We need a building that we can have the feeding program. In this community, there's about 500 Lincoln's Indians. That's including all the kids. There's a tremendous amount of single mothers as young as 15 and 14 years old. There's a lot of incest going on in these areas. It's incredible the things that are going on in these areas, and so we're going into those areas and we're giving them food, clothing. These people don't live in poverty; they live in misery, and so we were doing a lot of work there. We have a lot of favor with these people because they don't want churches there traditionally. They're very violent towards people that go in there and try to bring any religion or anything like that. But we've been fortunate to have favor with these people in the areas that we've gone, and the feeding program allows us to open the doors to be able to bring the gospel into those people. And so, anyways, that's the feeding program, and we'd like to get that going on. The person that started the feeding program at one time was spending about $1,000 a month, and we lowered the costs down to around 700. And that was that was everything. We were traveling from San Pedro Sula, which is about 4 hours away, to the mountains twice a month, and we were paying for somebody to feed the kids, to work there, and all the food. We were bringing food twice a month to the kids, to the feeding program, and we paid for a hotel and everything else to do that twice a month, and that was with about $700 or $800 a month. Well, now we live in La Esperanza, so it's a lot faster. We don't have to pay for a hotel, just our living expenses, of course. And so we might be able to get it down to, I think, maybe $600, possibly a month or something like that. Because we're not sure. So anyways, we're working on that. We'd like to actually have more than one location. We were looking at 2 different locations instead of just one. But it all depends on what you help us with, because we depend solely on donations for everything that we do. Now that's the humanitarian side. We also on the humanitarian side would like to have small business training and skills training for the Lincoln's Indians, and start something called aquaponics, which will allow them to have healthier food, because the ground here has been overworked. There's very little vitamins in the ground, and so we would like to start aquaponics in these areas, which would allow them to have healthier food with more vitamins in it. It'll help them to be able to sell more and things like that as well. Aquaponics, for those of you that don't know, is their containers. It really depends on what you use and how you build them. They're usually built out of plastic containers, big, maybe I don't know. It depends on the size. Like I said, maybe 5 foot by 5 foot, and they have 2 levels. One level has tilapia fish in it, which fertilizes the vegetables. Okay, and they grow the vegetables in there with the fish, and the second level, and the second level allows is where they plant the vegetables, and it really is incredibly how fast and how healthy the vegetables are. So then they have fish and they have vegetables, and that's a great program. So we wanted to get that going up there. And so that's part of the humanitarian program as well that we're looking at doing. Again, it all depends on what you help us with, because none of this is possible without your help. And so, um, and then, we would like to help them with, learning, schooling and things like that, because a lot of them can't go to school. And so all these things are humanitarian programs that we have in the works or in the process. And so until we get more finances coming in, we're just taking what we can up to the mountains. We bring food, we bring clothing up every once in a while, as much as whenever we have extra to do that. And because we have living expenses, and then we have our our program. So anyways, so that's the humanitarian side. And then on the spiritual side, we're doing pastoral training. I'm training pastors and leaders in the churches, and we're starting churches. We're starting ministries, as well as training other ministries as well. And I have a radio program twice a month. So those are kind of the things that we're doing right now. I'm, like I said, this is a spare of the moment, really fast, unprofessional type of a recording, just to kind of get you a heads up about what we're doing, because most people don't know. So if you would like to help, we would really appreciate it. I'm asking for family, I'm asking for friends to help us with what we're doing. We're going to start posting more things on Facebook and what we're doing, and to let you know where we're at, and more videos. Okay, everything. We also have a YouTube channel where I'm putting our messages as well as our newsletters. We're going to be posting those once a month. Try to do a video post every month that we can do, and post it on Facebook. So anyways, our YouTube channel is Rev John Dixon, Roman numeral 2, okay, Roman numeral 2, at gmail.com. That's Rev John Dixon, Roman numeral 2, at gmail.com. That's our Gmail, okay, and it's all in lowercase. And that's our YouTube channel, and you can also find it under walkinginworship.com, okay. And now, our PayPal, if you would like to send money right now through PayPal, one way you can do that is through our email address, which is jdixon. Dixon is D-I-X-O-N, D-I-X-O-N, John, or J Dixon, not the whole name, just J Dixon, at walkinginworship.com. walkinginworship.com. And so it's jdixon at walkinginworship.com. For those of you that do not know how to use PayPal, you can send me a message. I'll do the best I can to explain it. There is instructions on PayPal. And if you don't know, usually, now just to let you know, PayPal takes 3 to 4 working days to get money to our bank once we send it. So I get an email, lets me know that you sent it, and then the next day I have to send, put it in, send it to my bank. It takes 3 to 4 business days. So anything you send through PayPal takes some time. We're working on other methods that we can get it faster. Through the ministry, Battle Cry Ministries International out of Tulsa, you can also send it, and they can actually put it directly into our bank account, and that's sometimes that's faster. But we have to talk to the people in Battle Cry Ministries to let them know when and how we're going to do that. So, that's a future thing. For right now, just send it through PayPal, jdixon at walkinginworship.com. So anyways, like I said, this was, I apologize for the informality and the quickness of the information, but I needed to get this done because, like I said, this very Friday, it's Tuesday right now, and this Friday we have our Children's Day outreach, and we have very, very little help with it. We had some piñatas were donated. We've got some shoes for the kids that were donated, so things are coming in, but we need to get the food, which is probably the most expensive. We also have a cake that was supposed to be donated. We'll see how that goes. We got to get the the candy. We'd also, like I said, like to give them more gifts besides just shoes. We like to give them some little toys and stuff. We usually buy inexpensive toys here in Honduras. It's cheaper than sending them through the what do you call it, containers from the States. So anyways, just wanted to let you know what's going on. God bless you guys. I thank you for all your help and keep us in your prayers. We have a lot of work to do. Amen.